Hello everyone. Today we will learn about what is a Zener diode and how do we use it. A Zener diode is basically a diode, which is like a diode. It is basically used to limit voltage in a circuit. Limit voltage means if you want voltage not go beyond 5 volts or 2 volts or 12 volts, whatever it is, we use a Zener diode. And a Zener diode is always connected in a reverse bias. So we already know about what reverse bias actually means. So what we are going to do is bring in a Zener diode. I'm going to bring the negative side up. We will bring a power supply, and power supply is this one. Okay, and we will also need a resistance to limit the amount of resistance. Okay, and we will bring a resistor. And you've seen that I have brought the anode near the cathode. So that means uh, anode is actually the positive part of the diode. I am going to connect it to the negative of the battery. So we connect it to the negative of the battery. So if the positive of the diode is connected to the negative of the battery and vice versa, we call that as reverse bias. Okay. So we have almost done the connection. Let's get the other side. This part is done. So the anode is connected to the negative part of the battery. So anode is basically the positive part of the diode. We also need to measure the voltage. To measure voltage, we will basically need a multimeter. So let's bring in a multimeter and let's connect the multimeter, the negative to the negative and the positive to the positive. So negative, let's make it as. Alright, let's make it work now. Let's start the simulation. We what let us check what is the Zener diode, what is the voltage of the Zener diode. It is of 5 volts. So that means the voltage on the multimeter is always going to be 5 volts. It goes a little above beyond 5 volts. It's not exactly 5 volts always, but it is limited. The power of on the power supply is 0 to 30 volts. Okay, let's check now. Let's start the simulation. See, I have 5 volts on the power supply and 5 volts on the multimeter, no problem. If I reduce this, yes, it gets reduced, no problem. It gets reduced, yes. But if I make it more, you will see that it will never go beyond 6 volts. See, the input voltage is 21 volts. I'm still getting only around 6 volts on the multimeter. So if I take it even up to 30 volts, it has not gone too much beyond 5 volts. So this Zener diode is basically limiting the voltage across these two terminals now. Okay, what across its two terminals. It is in reverse bias. We know that. Okay, let's see what happens if I change this voltage to maybe a 2 volt Zener diode. Let us see. So I am supplying it 30 volts and it is getting 3.5 volts. So I had made it of 2 volts, but it is giving me beyond that, no problem. It always gives beyond that, but not too much beyond that. Let us see. Okay, we know that what is the Zener diode basically is being used for. It is basically used to limit the voltage across its two terminals. So whatever you supply it on the cathode and anode, the voltage that is going to go beyond this is going to be limited to whatever the Zener diode is. So Zener diode is of 2 volts, it will supply around 3.5 volts maximum. Let us see a practical implication of this. We know that we use when we use LEDs, uh, we use a resistor along with it. Why? Because we need to limit the voltage. What if I do not use a resistance, but I use a Zener diode to limit the voltage? Let me connect anode to the positive terminal and cathode to the negative. Alright, so this is the positive. Alright, let's start the simulation and you will see, yes, the voltage has gone beyond 2 volts. Yes, it has gone beyond 2 volts. Let me stop the simulation and change the Zener diode to a 1 volt Zener diode and see what happens now. I'll start the simulation. You will find that I have supplied it with 30 volts. There is no problem with the LED. LED is glowing properly. It has not blown. Why? Because the maximum voltage that it is getting is 2.01 volts. If I reduce it, yes, it gets reduced. The LED also dims and it is now totally off. What happens if I give it the maximum voltage? I've given it 30 volts. Still, without a resistance, it has not blown. Why? Because the Zener diode is not allowing more than 2 volts to go across. And that limiting of the voltage is causing the LED to glow properly. No problem with the glowing thing. I hope this is clear to you. Main thing is Zener diode is always connected in a reverse bias. The is connected to the positive side of the battery and the positive is connected to the negative side of the battery. We call this as reverse bias. So number one is this, and secondly, it is basically used to limit voltage across its two terminals. So whenever we take an output, we will always take the output from the two terminals of the Zener diode. So take the output from here. We will ensure that whatever is the voltage that is being supplied to the Zener will not be the one that goes beyond it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.